that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back.
Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Go! 180! He's coming, he's coming. Hey, 18. Go!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second and 11 now. Trubisky able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
18. Hey, exit.
On third down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's taken on the 25. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Down. 8-3. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, lock it. Watch the whip. Let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Check 61, matchbox lights. Hey!
Now a toss play. This is White. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Haywood.
Now Trubisky, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Let's pick up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Complete. It's Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
Get up. 180. Watch the pass.
Trubisky to throw again. Now Trubisky lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Coming to you, coming to you. Yep. Go, 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 go. Let's go.
First down, here's White. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Sets up the screen to Gordon. The first down screen pass, good for 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Open man, it's Allen. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Right here.
Trubisky now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
180. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A carry here for the big tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, let's get set. Check it out, lock in. Begin. Ran, go. Check.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal.
Hey, alert. 13, Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Hey, team 6. Mike 13. He can't hang.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Go. Hey, orbit. 52. All day, baby, all day. 52's the mic, boy, 52. You got double up. Hey, Alpha. 52, Mike, 52. Too little, cupcake. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come.
2nd and 10. And that's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
It's our time. Mike 52. Mike. Let's go, D. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Stay with your man. Check 52. Hit it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 21.
First and 10 at the 21.
Go. 18 Gator. Hey, let's get this. Go.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Watch the curl. Now! 49, check 49. Let's go.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
High 7. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Bravo. Mike Buck 2. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And Eifert has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Tighten down. There you go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Charlie. Watch Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got a man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go. 60 yards. All day. Snap.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Bass. 16 yards, a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Alert 3. Alert 3. Check. Look at me. Go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Big grip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Yo, faster. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's see what you got.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing here, Trubisky. There he goes, right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. Welsh. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Watch twist. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Yep. You're out. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Gone. Check the backer. Fight.
Back to throw here. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
I got you, boy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
This is taken at the 23, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. He finds his man Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. 18. Hey, alert 3. Blue.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That's us. All right, baby, yeah.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did this.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Carlton Davis picks it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Welch. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Lock in.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. Allen, the intended receiver. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Bass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Come on, boy. Get it.
They'll set up a throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
I know he ain't got it. Watch the edge. Check 26, check 26. Tight dog. Fair. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's White. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll be tackled shy on the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. They'll run on first down. It's Welch. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here we go. 30 base. They can't hang with us. 25, check 25, check 25. Big grip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Welch. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. On 3rd down, Welch. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.